Hi, me saving the VOD. We're investigating. Let's ride. Let's investigate, Bobs. Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file does not tell us who the victim actually was. Intriguing. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or the 16th student Mukuro Ikusawa? I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. There's like a hair. Somewhere on my face. I don't know what it's attached to. Oh, I found it! Okay. Got it. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Let's go. Also, does the sound good? I don't know why I feel like the volume is different every time I turn on the game. Time to get started. This corpse really went through the ringer. Ringer? Ringer. W. I know, this corpse has been through it. I just need to do what I always do. Let's look at the knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding! Oh my god, what are the chances? I'm so glad that the corpse had time to get their nails done in between attacking us and dying. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding the knife. And the same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then and if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, 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 no. It can't be. There's no way. The yesification. Yeah, no more mummification. Only yesification. These look like the fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like this before. But where? Hi, Thanos. Yes. In theory. Hopefully. I hope your day's going good. Wait, was it there? I have to double check this later. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what on earth that is. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Well, I'm gonna first look at the nails. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Are we not gonna address the tattoo? Okay. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't really make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Good. Hi, Kay. Good morning. I hope your day's going super good. We're looking at a dead body. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Oh, yeah, I did pour water on it. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was still on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. Yeah, blackened. Well, case closed. We got... Well, my job's done here. I found the blackened. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Can't. Hi, Sunshine Banjos. Hello. There's a murder mystery on our hands. The white jacket of the victim. I hope your day is going good. I hope you're having a very nice Wednesday. The white jacket of the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing really strange about that, right? Well, let's take note of it anyway. Just in case. Okay, I can't move the camera. Okay. Do I gotta check in here? Okay, just to be sure, I should look at the tool shed. A very interesting body ordy. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should look into that. It could be related to the case. Well, let's look into it. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. Oh my god, grimes. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. I'm a little bothered. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. So am I good to leave? Okay. Let's look at the chickens. I only count 4 chickens.
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Listen, do you remember how many chickens were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Not me thinking there were 6. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? Do we have chicken for breakfast? There's only 4 chickens in here. Where'd the one go? That's so weird. I wonder where it has gone off to. I'm taking some creative liberties with the reading today. Sorry. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. I have to sing it. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore him, and I did a great job at it. Why is there a missing chicken? I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna add that to the truth bullet section of my notebook. What else what is this related to? That's what I want to know, because I don't got a clue, mama. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. An who? An alibi? As long as it's not an straight.
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep. Well, why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here, and I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. Or it could have been you. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. Oh. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to go get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko, me and the girl.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I'm telling you the truth. I was in my room. I was asleep. I was sick. That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? It's not good. That's for sure. So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Valid queen. Oh god, I don't want to look at the chickens. I was trying to talk. Oh,
What the heck?
I see some thighs. Hello. I can't believe we murdered Kyoko. Wow, we really weren't. We were out of it last night. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked? You know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helps me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. No, thank you. No, thank you. Can I talk to Hiro in the distance? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
Serious.
Oh, well, I was just thinking about how when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7, as usual, and I headed to the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina, that was 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. It was 9:01. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we left the gym. It was just before 9 o'clock. I don't remember what voice I did for her. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. Y'all, I don't play this game I played the game yesterday. Why do all the voices off? That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we could say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When the body was found has been added. What is left? Oh. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 9:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30! I think I've checked all I need to. I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. I found before. There's somewhere I need to go. Where do I go for this? I'm gonna go to the room. I'm gonna go to the gym. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer the question. According to my Twitch 2021 recap, I'm a super fan of you. Period. Melody, it's an honor to have you as a super fan of me. I'm excited to get my Twitch recaps. Twitch has not sent them to me yet, but I'm so excited to see everyone's. We need to talk about what? About what? And hi, Rotten Fiend. Hello, I hope your day is going good. Melody, I hope you're having a super good morning. And I love you. And get me a gift. How dare I? How dare I? Whose room?
It's all
Oh,
clear.
Byakuya has the key to the room.
Just give up.
Oh, I thought this was Peach. This is a lovely Miss Man. Hold on. YouTube. A lovely Miss Mandarin Orange. Wait, this is not the video. Okay.
There. I am the delicious Miss Mandarin.
Wow, did I not remember this correctly at all? She is not a lovely Miss Mandarin Orange. She is actually...
I am the delicious.
She's a delicious Miss Mandarin. This is Mandarin Orange flavor. I'll have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Mr. Byakuya, you want to give me the key? Hey, Byakuya, if you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Y'all, I don't know what one area they're talking about. They keep saying this one area. I got not a single clue, not a single idea in this empty, empty head of mine. This empty, yet oh so beautiful head of mine. Okay. Well, that room's locked. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport to the gym. I'm gonna hope one of these room. Okay, boom, it is the gym. I was like, I hope they just tell me, because I don't know how to go anywhere. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Updated. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. Now all that's left is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Mr. Byakuya. Let's ask him. I know Monokuma's just dead on the floor. I think that there are 2 bodies. Oh, another double murder? There are 2 bodies. 2 of them. 2. Hey. 2? Do you think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. So who's dead? We don't know. We don't know who. It's a mystery body. Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him. This is me scurrying after him on our way to the dorms. Yeah, we don't know who the body belongs to. Into the room. I can't unlock. Oh. Sakura killed herself last trial, if that's what you're asking. Travi, thank you so much for that host. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope your day is going good. Yeah, I better not be Miss Queen Icon Legend Kyoko. Kirigiri. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it in the keyhole, and then click. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Yeah, for Sakura. I believe we have to hang out. I'm so tired of us having to hang out with him. So, this is Kyoko's room. What's this? There's something on the table. It's a wooden block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. You've made me cry today. You're wonderful. Thank you. Don't cry. Don't cry out loud. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Merry Christmas. I hope only the happiest of tears. I hope no sad tears are cried ever. Thank you for those 100 bits. That will pay for all of the cosplays I have to buy for all the Danganronpa streams I'm doing. Happy tears. Okay, good. Good. I also would murder him given the chance. I'd have his throat. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that might do that. Let's just go to the dojo. Let's go to the dojo. This is where she sleeps. Here's her bed. Nothing interesting. I'm surprised we don't need to like check the drawers. I think it'd be wise. Is there something in the bathroom? I'm gonna just talk to him.
What?
It's funny. I hate him. The hatification of him. I couldn't fix him, but I could make him not anyone else's problem. That's true. When you love to hate, that's true. No, I've said it before, especially with the Danganronpa games, but I always think it's better to have like a negative opinion about a character rather than a neutral opinion about a character, because this is kind of like, if a character is boring and bland in Danganronpa, that's a problem. I know, what articles? Oh, I love to hate Pyaki. I need someone to root against. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help. That might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Considered a symbol of my determination. What am I rolling on? I can't I'm not rolling in the correct location. Considered a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well,
Interesting.
something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? What could Kyoko possibly mean by the phrase under the sheets? I am so stumped. I know, not the protagonist being, not our armor. Could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets, what's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying! Fine, I'll tell you, it was a key and blank! That's it! Now Mukuro Ikusaba is a 16th student lurking somewhere beneath the school. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgence. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Sex. F. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist, trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she had received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. I know, I'd like to be hiding somewhere in the school. I was like, this is stupid. No, I like that one. Jessica, you're killing it today. You're absolutely killing. I mean, you always killed it, but I'm like, oh, these are witty. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak
Come
out on
on
me.
now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely! I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, wouldn't you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall, that way back when, there were 15 people there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I would make 15. I think the first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. I know so many people died. A misunderstanding. Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16. Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school.
The
one they call the ultimate despair.
Watch out for her.
Watch out for her. Who? Who? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. Lying hidden somewhere in school. Watch out for her. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. The McRib is back. The McRib is back, lying hidden somewhere in the school. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed!
Makes sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears the stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, it's on the back of her hand. The tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must really hate you. God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student
That's
here.
right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro was the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Oh, make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? Yeah, we're in the investigation phase right now. We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? That was quick. Oh, so just being solid color, yeah. I think, I don't know if it's the reason why Monokuma looks the way he does, but I know that originally it was gonna be like one of those anatomical dummies that's like half skin and then half the inside, so I'm wondering if that was like the first step in being like, two different sides. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. You know what else tells me it's this one? The fact there's number 6 on it. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. And the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Monochrome, so black and white. Oh yeah! What if it was upside down? How'd I know it was the 6th one? There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? What? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Charlie, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? The library! Is it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time left before the trial begins. Let's hurry. To the library! To the archive! I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seems to know the archive like the back of his hand. And he went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into an enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. House of Ashes tease! However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believed there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. Hi, 400 Michael sorry, I don't speak French, but I can if you like. Ow! Ain't that the truth? Ow! I hope your day's going good. A Japanese high school written in French, because it's an archive. But yeah, it's like someone could have translated it before putting in the archive here. Within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? Danganronpa, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I don't speak German, but I try. I'm kidding, I don't speak German. And hi, Danganronpa, I hope you're having a very nice Wednesday so far. This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields are much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely is not the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean... Overwatch? Are you an Overwatch YouTuber now? Life bored before the... Yeah, like, what was his life prior to
and yet it
this?
constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I feel like Danganronpa sometimes, it's like the solution is so clearly in front of us, and Danganronpa's just kind of like, what could it all mean? And it's kind of like, I don't know, Makoto. What does it all mean? like, I don't want to say anything, but it's just kind of like, based on what we read there, why are we like, oh, like, I'm not gonna say anything. Can I just say it? Not as someone who's played this game, but someone just taking the clues and information given to me right now. Because here's my thing. This character obviously has a symbol on our hand that we obviously saw on the paper about Fenrir. So putting two and two together here, whoever that dead body is was a part of Fenrir. Because they have the tattoo on our body. Also, I was gonna say it when they were saying it, but Makoto was like to Byakuya, he was like, he knows this archive like the back of his hand. I was gonna be like the back of his hand because the symbol was on the back of the dead body's hand, but I was like, I won't say anything. But yeah, like, I'm just kind of like, why are we just kind of like, so the body would have a tattoo. Okay, like, why are we like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, me looking at trial 1 with 11307, was it 307? Behind him, I'm like,
Anyway, it's time to begin the
You should have
class
said it. I didn't want to
trial.
spoil it in case like people didn't put it
So,
together.
please meet up in the usual spot.
Yeah, there are trials, especially in the third game. Like, I will point out the trials when we get to them, but there's a trial. Also, hi, Sailor Tulips. I hope your day is going super good. But yeah, in the later ones, they definitely are more complex. Because there's a trial in Chapter 2, and there's a trial in Chapter 3. Like, after we do them, I'll say it. But I quite literally clicked on, like, every other person in the circle for who to blame as the killer. Until the last one where it was like, oh, it's them. Okay. Like, I went around the entire damn room. Like, who killed the person? Like, I had no idea who the killer was during some of those trials. So, oh, he already read this.
See you later.
I won't say those trials until we get to them, of course, but I know too where I was kind of like, they were like, who killed the person? And I'm like, I have no clue. I have not a single ounce of idea. The time has come. All we could do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
Right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. 2 days ago, and I was gagged almost everyone. The second game is so... Or not the second game. The third game is so good. Oh my god. I'm kind of sad that there are, like... There are no games after V3. Just because I feel like V3 fine-tuned everything so well. And it's like, I just wish there was another game that had, like, all of the mini-games and mechanics of the third game. Because they really, like... They nailed it with that one. Oh my god. But how do you enjoy it? I hope you had a really good time with it. The third game is really, really fun. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How can you not figure that out by this point? Makoto ranked high enough for you to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourself. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time? When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But... who's he? We stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Does he normally show up at these? Sailor Tulips, thank you so much for that host. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the ending for V3 is very, like, divisive. Is that the word? But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm also a fan of it. I'm not gonna, like, go into details, but I see why, I see why it's controversial, but, like, I wasn't that mad at it. I was just kind of like, ooh. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. Or what?
What?
Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
Hmm?
What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I'm here and no rule's been broken. Kyoko.
Ah,
Kyoko, you're still alive? Well, we knew the body wasn't hers. Hi, North. We have not done the trial yet. We were investigating the corpse. We're legally allowed to leave, literally. I remember in school people would be like that, like, if they don't arrive in 15 minutes. And the teacher was like, that's not true. Like, if you don't, like, we're not allowed to leave. I was like, The walking cooked bird has me. Not the cooked bird! But North, I hope you're having a nice Wednesday morning. No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay? There's no particular penalty for being late.
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulations did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. Now I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed to Kyoko. Yeah, why wasn't the 16th student punished, huh? Huh? Hi Bjorn, how's your day going? I hope you're having a nice Wednesday. Kyoko, so you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with the ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
but
I'll be happy when this trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I just had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Hi, Rich. Hello. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Turn it up! Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry, I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key we found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? What?
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Come on, secret tool! Yeah, was there an announcement for this body? Because I have no... Well, yeah, there was an announcement for the body. But, like... It's not an important one. I'm legally allowed to execute them, honestly. And the door slid shut. There are so few people now compared to the beginning of the game. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. Not the eye penetration. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Yeah. And some of these people aren't even cool. It was the blinding light of despair. Okay, camp.
I can't wait!
I like
can't
this
wait.
room. Ah, I've been waiting for this! I've been waiting for this one! Turn it out! I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show! And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense. There was something else that was deadly. And a deadly class trial. I missed a word. Okay, I definitely want to save. Because this is the trial where we could have the other ending. So we are going to see the other ending. Don't worry. I don't think I have any skills. Yeah, the other ending. Can I have a controversial take? I hate when people say there are multiple endings to this game. Because it's like, one of them is just kind of like you picked the wrong choice. Like, it's not an ending, you just picked the wrong answer. But there are technically 2 outcomes. However, like, you are, like, yeah, it's like a spicy game over. But I see why people say it's a second ending, because there is, like, an outcome, but, like...
Let's begin with a basic
you gotta do the
explanation
other
of the
one.
class trial.
Yeah, it just sends you back to the choice.
Your votes
so it's
will
like,
determine the results.
it's not even another ending, it's just kind of like a bonus scene. Yeah, it's like saying game overs are multiple endings, and it's like...
If you can figure out
it's a linear
who done
narrative.
it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Period. If it does not end at the game.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
But I do see where people come from saying it's an ending because it is like, ooh. But like, it doesn't stop the game because you could still see the other one afterwards.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Well, it's not Kyoko.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
I forgot how much I hate the...
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Yeah. Honestly, if they had the timeline and choice decisions of a Zero Escape game, that would be so hot.
Okay.
Like if they had branching
so I just have
paths
to
like
prove
that.
that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Nor.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
I hate how our first part of this trial is just proving that Kyoko didn't die.
Traits?
When she's standing right next to us. One important trait. The body doesn't belong to her. Her gloves?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it,
Pepper was barking.
the corpse wasn't
Their
wearing any
fashion.
gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
No.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. If you're in a room and 99 people tell you you're an idiot and that the person's not a ghost in front of you, I think you should believe them. Yeah, she has gloves on. Which honestly makes a lot of sense for all the dead bodies she touches, you know? It's just kind of like, ah, yes, I see now why you're so handsy with these dead bodies. But yeah, she's always wearing gloves every time we see, well, I mean, like, we always see the same, like, sprites, but, like, she always has gloves on. Oh, fake nails. How are you gonna wear fake nails with gloves?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
So stupid.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's
Like-
not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
That's true.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
Was she wearing gloves in the back? Oh, we can't see her hands. We can't see her hands in it. Damn. Wow. So maybe for all we know she is.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing
Sorry, we
gloves.
had to go to the trial. We had to figure that out right away.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves
I
over
took her in
nails
the
like
back.
that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you?
Don't you think?
Man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women,
A
it's
skin
you.
tight towel. I know. Oh, to have my towel just go straight up my
Well,
ass crack.
Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Unless the gloves were made with the fake nails in mind.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Literally, like, we're in trial 4, and we have to disprove someone being alive, or we have to prove that someone's alive. What kind of a starting argument is this?
Okay, so then, who's the real victim?
We're on trial
First,
5.
we need to figure that out.
How is this the antics we're doing?
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Well, I think it's pretty clear. It's the 16th student, Mikuru Kasaba, hiding somewhere in the school. I don't know what it is.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Watch out for
then
her.
who died?
Yeah, if you're the victim, just raise your hand.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
If you've been personally victimized
The
by
face
Regina
was
George.
scorched beyond recognition.
No. Oh, I guess it was. That's true. It was scorched beyond recognition. A glove and then a second set of nails on the glove, then you are not doing drag.
Kyoko really... Then who died?
There's gotta be some. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body,
But we can.
Can
Oh.
do, right?
We can by the tattoo on the hand.
If Kyoko really... Then who died?
there's gotta be some. I don't think so. And there wasn't any description. Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else.
Else we can do, right? If Kyoko really... Then who died?
there's gotta be some. I don't think so. And there wasn't any description. Well, if we can't identify.
Then there's nothing
Nothing else we can do, right?
This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a toughie.
Kyoko really... Then who died?
Because I can't shoot the thing.
I don't think so. And there wasn't any description. Well, if we can't identify the body,
So that bounces
nothing else we
off,
can
but
do,
the
right?
other one... Oh, God.
If Kyoko really... Then who died?
there's gotta be some way. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
I need these.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body,
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Ugh. And he's letting them talk in circles.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking
She
about.
had a mark on her hand.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
No, it's a wolf.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Me.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Also, is the volume good?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare, good for me, yes, okay, just to make sure. The tattoo, the other information, we have the victim, okay,
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps.
okay,
That's
if
the
the
name of the
volume's up, we're
military
not gonna
group
let me know.
Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a wolf of Ragnarok. Okay, a wolf, okay. That was quick. I didn't come to mess around.
Now I understand.
Okay, good. Good.
The representation of
I
Fenrir
know.
is a wolf.
Why couldn't they just give me a list?
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Oh.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Hot.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf?
Yeah, it's also just in the document.
Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Why they're acting brand new? I know. Oh, to have a female giant as a partner.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead?
It's like Ella Enchanted, that female
last
giant.
trial?
Beautiful.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
So who's the
But I
mastermind?
mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair
Yeah,
in the first
Kyoko.
place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah, maybe Mukuro should have watched out for us.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
But Kyoko said...
If I remember correctly, that other information came from
He's gonna blame me.
Kyoko.
Oh, thank God.
That's what you told Makoto, right?
I thought he was gonna say Makoto told us, and I was like...
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns
She's
up,
dead.
she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Well...
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My
Yeah!
information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
I know, not Tagami telling us we're not important.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Yeah, the headmaster's Monokuma, y'all.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
The Togami name?
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brain!
My brain will keep that in mind.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these
A
events.
17th student.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself.
Pull
We've
yourself
already narrowed down the
together.
list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Oh.
Who the evidence points to?
Well, based on what we know, something tells me it's me and Kyoko.
You've narrowed it down to
See,
Kyoko.
this
and
is
me,
a situation.
right?
Why would we answer this question? I give a star. Congrats on Cherub. Oh, little tiny Cherub, baby. So small, so little. I hope your day is going good.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm
Confirm
that
it.
at that point, there was no dead body there.
I would have answered. I'd be like, oh, me.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
The gym. The gym. Hi, Unchained. I hope your day's going good. I actually can't believe it. They're at the gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
Hi, Cartman. Hello. I hope your day is going good. Yeah, that's suspicious. That's weird. So now the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Bye, Cassie. Have good lunch.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Yes, I'm thinking of raising the objection.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Waluigi time.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Sailor Tulips, thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate it. Please get some hype in chat. With whatever hype goes anyone happens to want to use. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Enjoy all the various emotes. The give kisses, the eggs, the cosplay. What could she say? What could she say? What can she say? She's a cosplayer. Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body
My
wasn't in
TikTok
the garden
cosplay
at...
era.
Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
I'm
So
just
the
here for
murder
hero
must have
slander.
happened after 10 p.m.
And I'm here to provide.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Byakuya's redeemed himself comparatively.
What time did we find the body?
Hiro having to make us prove that Kyoko was alive and not dead really knocked him down further than he already was.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I love a stupid boy in a game, but oh, the other two games, they just do it so well. What time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be here by 9:01.
He's right.
Minecraft?
It had to be around then.
So we can be totally
Hit
sure
my
the
hand with
murder
this.
happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Think about those stupid men. Oh, I love my stupid
For me,
men.
I was already asleep before nighttime hit,
That's a parody.
so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
I was doing a parody of, ooh, I love my ugly boy, but ooh, I love my stupid
But
man.
I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which
I have
means
the
from
brilliant
10
deductions
p.m. to
here. We've
7:30
deduced
a.m.,
Kyoko's live.
You don't have an alibi.
10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 9:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I didn't have an alibi. Yeah, Death Bugwood. Yes. Well, is it the sprinklers? Because the body wasn't wet,
We've
so it had to be
established
after
a time
9:30.
frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't
3
have an
o'clock.
alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
I have like no time left.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would
Be the time.
The incident took place in the garden, right? If I remember. Okay.
We've established
established a time frame
for the murder. It took place
somewhere between 10 o'clock
Fuck.
at night.
and 9 o'clock.
Well,
In
there
the
goes
morning.
all. Oh my god.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi.
I may
for
run out of time.
From 10 up to 7:30.
What did I shoot?
Shoot!
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Oh
It took place somewhere between...
no! It could not have been. It had to have been from 7:30 to 9 where the murder happened.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10
I
o'clock.
disagree.
It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
I'm not trying to like dig myself in the hole, but didn't we also find a tarp that was wet?
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part
We're not gonna
perfectly.
bring that up.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
No.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you
I'm
use
saying the
such
opposite.
indecent
The
words?
mouth down south was dry.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Girl, we're jumping from A to Z real quick with
Man,
this.
you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
She's so funny. I love her. It was not. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence. That should do it. We put out a fire, Toko. There was a fire.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh!
No!
I'm doing so bad.
Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I admit nothing. No,
Sorry, I'm
no,
doing
no.
bad. I'm doing ass off.
Enough! Are you trying to you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Exploded body analysis.
I'm right about this. I hate you. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you don't know anything. Oh my god. Okay, exploded.
How can you say it was?
This should prove
Oh
it.
my god, y'all. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinkler.
Why wasn't the sprinkler? Makoto, humor me.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Kinda like your vagina.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry?
My favorite
Brutal maniac!
ongoing gag on RuPaul's Drag Race is every time Jamal Sims is their dance person, there's always a queen who acts like being attracted to Jamal Sims is a totally ridiculous and new concept. And they're like, I don't know what it is about this traditionally attractive man, but I'm so attracted to Jamal Sims. And it's my favorite thing. Yeah, Makoto is the Laganja of Stranja of Danganronpa, truly. But yeah, that's my favorite thing, is just whenever Jamal Sims is a person on Drag Race, there's always a queen who is like, I just think Jamal Sims is so attractive. And it's like, so do so many other people. He's an attractive man.
I'm so
Thank
sick
you.
of her.
Let's just
Sick of her.
move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
She was on fire, and I put out the fire.
while the body was still on fire,
Yeah.
I doused it with water.
There's always someone
But only
talking
the
about how they're
part
about
on
to flood
fire,
their basement.
The top half.
And yet, you'll start noticing it. Every time Jamal Sims is there, you notice there's always a queen who's like, oh my god. They act like they've never seen a man before in their life.
Oh, then I guess the
so good.
sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yeah, Toko.
So if the sprinklers didn't
Don't
get
argue
the
with
body
me.
wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30
Put
this
that on
morning,
your season
right?
14 bingo sheet.
So there's no way Makoto could have done
Can
it.
we make bingo
I
sheets
guess you had
for
an
Drag
alibi
Race?
after all. Good for
And
you.
every show ever we watch.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Yeah! Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone. That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Okay.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Well, do you kill the body or not? Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to
She's
kill
like,
anyone.
she is me and Among Us. I'm not saying I'm the killer, but y'all should not vote me out.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
I'm like, I don't know if I killed that body. I don't think I killed that body. I can't confirm or deny if I killed that body, but just don't vote me out.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Shut up, you.
You got it, boss!
Yeah, she's
Shut
being
it
a
up
sussy
now.
baka. Like, literally not a single person. Not a single person says anything. Kyoko. If you kill me right now, all the mysteries are gonna be unsolved. Like, girl, no one said anything. All I did was say it wasn't me.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Like, she's varied Among Us. Is anyone suspicious of me right now? Everyone, no. Good, because you shouldn't be.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind
I just want
behind
pens
everything.
for the drama. I'll have a different part.
So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Period.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
Period.
And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all
She
expecting.
was late here after all.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then,
And I never
I
did
think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Sometimes in Among Us, I just like being suspicious for no reason because I love the drama of having to defend myself. About Mel and they go, let me explain myself, I got voted out. I know, it's like, sometimes if no one is accusing you, just don't say anything. Like, don't say anything unless you have to.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still in...
Hello, my most watched Twitch, the streamer TY1 Gibkiss.
Am I on the list? Quinn, thank you so much for being sub for 6 months. Please enjoy little tiny egghead pepper, and can we please get some hype in chat with whatever hype post anyone happens to want to use. I hope your day is going super good. It is an honor to grace the most watched page on the Twitch. I still haven't gotten my thing from Twitch. How do you get it? Is it in your email? Also, can we please get some hype in chat for that sub? Quinn, I hope you're having a super good morning. Oh, it goes, uh-oh! Uh-oh! Can you imagine someone asks you and you're like, uh-oh, that's a tough question. For the recaps is random for streamer and viewer. Oh, you have to enable marketing emails in the settings this year. Hi, Des. I hope your day is going good. Where do I do that? I'll just allow marketing emails. I don't even know what email it would be in. I'll just check later.
Huh?
I'm glad you're at least done with your first final. That is one final done and out of the way. I'm gonna assume I let emails come from Twitch.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
I'm so shocked. It's an honor. It's an honor to grace it.
What are you?
Also, she's blaming me.
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting.
She's gonna bring up the tarp.
I'm listening.
She's gonna bring up the tarp.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Oh, a certain something. Kyoko Kirigiri right now. Oh my god, if only there was a certain thing that would keep the object from getting wet. Makoto, who is currently being blamed for murder. Oh, there was a tarp. I can't. 375 times. Oh my god. That is more than 1 egg per day. I know. Makoto, just say, I don't know what on earth you're talking about.
I got it.
Oh my god. There was a tarp.
You're talking about the tarp.
Why would we say this?
You catch on quick.
Oh my god.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
I'm just trying to see what email I even used
This
for Twitch.
proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Yeah, that
But
does
why
sound
would
possible.
they go to all that effort just to
right.
keep the body from getting wet?
Why? Yeah, that's true.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually
That's a
took
good
place.
point.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Did I give an excuse? Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she make me want to think the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? There was no blood on the inside. But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Oh yeah, there were sprinklers that turn on in the morning.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Fuck, I didn't.
Because that side was protected from the water.
I didn't. Oh my
Shoot.
God. Y'all. I gotta look at these. I'm a killer! I'm a killer,
By
baby!
covering the body with a tarp, the killer prevented it from getting.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty is because the sprinkler got that
But the underside, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was since it was facing down toward. Of course, it didn't get dirty.
I think that would be the body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
How do I look at the things? Body before the explosion. Yeah, there's a giant bloody spot in the middle.
So the reason the tarp was
Only dirty on is because the sprinkler. But the underside, it was totally. It's because
that side was protected since it was facing down toward the body. Of course, it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Why is there chicken evidence? Because there were 5 chickens and now there's only 4.
Actually, one side being clean
that's
is pretty
odd.
strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state,
Period.
it absolutely
I ate
would have
when
gotten
we had
blood on it.
breakfast.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh my god!
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of
Oh my
camouflage?
god. Huh? The blood was
What?
camouflage.
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
The chicken walk.
You
I
mean
can't.
someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
It does look
I
like
know.
an animation
They
of
could've
bowling
grabbed some
alley
of the blood packs
screen.
from the
Oh
nurse's
my
office.
god.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Something tells me we have to answer this. That must mean...
I got
Why are we helping?
Chicken blood?
Like, Kyoko's just kind of blaming us, and we're just kind of like, ah, this is what we use, this is what we use, this is what we use.
Chicken blood?
It did smell chickeny.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
I'm just saying, did we have chicken for breakfast?
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with its blood?
Azalea Banks would.
Man,
Is that the
that's
one?
messed up.
Is that the one with the closet?
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted
Yes,
walking
that's her.
around.
I'm just checking, just
Anyway,
making sure.
there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which
Soup
provides a
girls.
basis for my theory.
Are those gorgeous girls in the chicken coop? That TikTok was on my FYP today. Cue the walking chicken emote. Hi Dylan, good morning. We're in a trial.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
What is your lucky item du jour? It's the lucky item of the day.
But that's
The
not
room
what we
changes
saw.
every trial.
Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
There's
The
your
ground
chicken.
was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
This is so much work.
Covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No. It was backwards.
Wait, no.
It's not even
The
wearing
head was
it.
through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
That settles it. Makoto killed the body.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
I may have some chicken tendies. Chicken tendies.
Then,
sounds so good.
later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body.
Yeah, this is a lot of
they'd already
brain
covered in
power
blood.
necessary for some of these.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the
Are there
sprinklers had gone
mannequins?
off
No.
at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
You sure seem to know what the person
It'd
did.
be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto
Where was
didn't show
I?
up till later.
Why didn't I show up till
Then you had
later?
plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Wow, I hauled ass.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
How do I save my game? I just want to save my game. She's fake crying, Your Honor. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth section below my
Well
handbook.
then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Honestly, at that point, down.
Oh!
Yeah, she's girl bossing, Your
See?
Honor.
Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in
That
the
was
body
the knife
before
that
it
was in my
exploded,
room,
right?
wasn't it?
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Yeah, like, we're an idiot.
So, what about it?
Randoming the Mario Party stars.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Deny, deny, deny. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
I'm just saying, why would Kirigiri suggest we hold on to it? Yeah, why would you not leave that, like, just in a drawer?
You don't seem
Like, why would that just be
surprised.
something we have in a
You
drawer?
must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious.
Well, don't
Very
vocalize
suspicious
that.
indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
I'm glad this percent's here. Yeah, the door doesn't even lock. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh, God.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was
2D, thank you
afraid
so
of
much
that.
for that follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank
If he
you.
did have that knife before, then
I don't know
that
which one
seals
it
it.
is.
Makoto did it.
I hope we're having
Just
a
because
good
I had the knife
Wednesday.
once, that automatically makes me
I don't have the knife now.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed
I
her.
think this fucking
right?
did it too. I
so
think it
there's
did
no
too.
question. You took that knife of yours and killed her
Well,
with it.
do we know the knife is what did it?
Man you are, Makoto.
I don't know what it is. No, there's no way. I don't know why I didn't use
The
it.
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
We did find it lodged in the dead body. That is true. They are onto something with that. There's a bomb, also. Important to note. That's the time that crime scene. There was no... Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid.
I'm gonna die here.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
It's not.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well,
The most stupid pin person. Pin person's always.
So there's no question.
There's always something.
You took that
I
knife of
feel the
yours and
struggle.
killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Oh. I like pin person. I think I have a shiny
The
one.
knife we found
Of
lodged in
note,
the
hunting of my own.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question.
Maybe it's the
You took
getting
that knife-
stabbed?
Horrible man you are, Makoto.
I don't know.
The knife we found. It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
if he did have that knife, that seals it.
Look, just because I had the knife, that automatically.
Well, getting stabbed.
I don't know. I'm a little stumped. I'm a little stumped.
Shoot!
Am I a tree that was just chopped down because I'm stumped?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to
Can I
Makoto.
guess? Can you? Also, hi
It
Stephanie.
really
Hope
is,
your
isn't
day is
it?
going good.
I was
We
afraid
are
of that.
we are encountering a murder.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically make.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
so there's no
Question.
You took that
Knife of yours and
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
I'll take a guess. I'll take a guess because I'm a fool and I have no life. Who died? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. Watch out for her. Yeah, we may be a little bit trigger happy. We may have a little bit of Havoc. I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track with what I have to shoot. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife before,
that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
I agree with
So
that.
there's no question.
What's the exploded body analysis? Let me look at all these things again. I don't think I have to absorb anything at least. I don't think it's when the body was found. I wish the knife at the crime scene. I'm just saying this does not look very bloody to me. Bloodstains around the wound. Hi, Marshall. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm just trying to solve a murder. I'm glad I
You
didn't
took
shoot
that knife of
anything.
yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
There's no
the knife
way.
we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Makoto did it!
Just because I
Had the knife in it.
I
that
don't
automatically
know.
makes him the killer?
Well, getting stabbed isn't.
Oh my god!
No,
I'm
that's wrong.
shocked! The trial's going as good as it can, given I'm hanging on to half a heart.
Wait.
Oh my
hold on.
god.
The stab wound isn't what
Oh
killed
my
Mukuro.
god. What?
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just
We did
heard.
just hear it! That is
We never
true!
talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. Right. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained
GG.
coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
The victim wrote the name of the killer on the wall.
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body,
And there's no blood.
meaning
The
if
music
she
is
wasn't
so good in
stabbed
these
until the coat
games.
was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Obviously!
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it
Where
up.
was the second wound? The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. There's no way that's possible. I don't know why. Is it this? What's the file? Been stabbed a single time with a knife.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
I don't, the heart is not even on the screen. I'm covering it up. There's the smallest
Totally forgot about
sliver.
Then the knife.
The knife!
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Who is not me? Or maybe it
Probably
is.
stabbed her to
We
draw
were having
attention
a rough
away
night last
from
night.
what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
What killed
It was
her?
all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Isn't that right? Miss Kyoko Kiryu.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
What would happen if we just didn't detonate the body? I know, Toko went going.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to
Also,
the
why is there
beginning.
bloody tape?
What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the
brain.
answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an
Also, I
atomic
think
level
both of my feet now have mosquito
combustion.
bites on them. I don't know how this happened.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Otogami is not having it.
Go ahead, Makoto.
I
Tell
know,
her
I
or
want
we
these
won't
curtains.
make any headway on this.
Yeah, at least we know who didn't do it. The stupid man. He's safe this time. Oh my god, we have a heart and a
After
half
the
now.
explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like
Because
this
you
somewhere
have
before.
seen something like this before,
That's
Blanche.
only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
What if we blew up
It's part of a
Monokuma?
bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
What's the motive?
They wanted the knife wound to look like the
What's
fatal
the
injury so
motive?
that we'd suspect Makoto.
Yeah, Monokuma is not a real bear.
And the only one who would benefit from that
Kyoko
is the
Kirigiri.
only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Period.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
What's the prob? Dog.
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Also, why was there bloody duct tape in a locker?
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case
Fando, thank you for
regardless.
that follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I needed to concentrate. Y'all, I don't have a single clue. I don't have a single inkling of an idea of what killed this body.
Then shall we continue
I
the
don't
debate?
even have a full half a heart.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
That is true, that is
The
true.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And
I
it
gotta
wasn't me
absorb.
because of the knife, right?
Fuck.
And then there's only one other thing.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file...
The missing chicken was the murder. Could you imagine?
That's gotta be it! There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
The chicken's on the
More
run.
than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Let's keep that in mind. One thing that could have killed her. Countless
shall we
wounds.
continue the
Yeah,
debate?
continue the debate. Also, Fando, I hope your day is going
The
super
victim's
good.
fatal injury has yet to be determined.
We already know.
Shoot!
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Then shall we
continue the debate? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah. She was.
And it wasn't me. And then there's
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim
had suffered countless
I-
wounds across her
I
entire
do still
body.
think I need to take that though.
Then shall we continue the debate?
I have a sliver.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
the explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me. And then
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
How did that bounce off? Oh my god.
Then shall we continue? The victim's
fatal injury has yet.
the explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was.
And it wasn't me. And then there's
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
Oh my god. It
Then
missed,
shall we
it
continue
missed.
the
debate?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
the explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
I know, these letters are made out of rubber.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence. And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet.
Do I shoot Yasuhiro's thing because it's not a thing? Like, how did we know there was a wound on the back of the head? Is that what it is?
then shall we continue?
That's
the
so
victim's
stupid.
Fatal injury has yet to be.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me. And then there's
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that...
Shoot!
Wait, can I just shoot the
Then
Monokuma
shall we
file at
continue
it?
the
Hold
debate?
on.
The victim's fatal.
the explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was.
And it wasn't me. And then there's
Oh, yeah. According to the that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm gonna try shooting this with this.
Then shall we continue?
Continue the debate?
The victim's fatal injury.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
That is in the case file, though. How did they hit the back of the
Mukuro
head?
died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
When did that find its way into the
What
thing?
about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay,
I'm a little
then we're
lost.
safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Okay.
But then
What was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a...
I get it! I get it! I understand what was hit with!
I bet it was the pickaxe!
No!
How is that even possible?
I know what it was!
That, it'd cave their
I
skull
understand! All of the arrows were wrapped with duct tape!
Maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the
Oh
handle.
my god. Yeah, she was bludgeoned with a chicken!
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Oh, it's the chicken!
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal.
That's
and
how it
was
all
an accident.
connects. I was like, what the hell do
I'd
these
love
arrows
to
have to do with
scoop
it?
out that nasty brain of yours,
Chicken wing,
throw it on the ground
hot dog
maybe
and
spit on it.
bologna, chicken and macaroni, chillin' with my
I feel the
homie.
same way.
The
Looks
chicken on the way to
we're on the same
bludgeon.
page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right?
I can't.
It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto.
Oh.
Surely you've deduced the
I've
real
deduced,
murder weapon.
babe. I've deduced. Me after a deduction.
I got
I mean, I have 4 hearts. I'm living a good. I have 4.5
Mukuro was
hearts.
hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
The chicken's on the
Arrow.
on the prowl,
That's
on
what
the
the culprit
murder,
attacked
on the
Mukuro with?
road, running away.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure?
Oh, you see past the chicken past.
That
Oh, it's
sounds-
the arrow. Oh, okay.
Hey!
Sounds kind of weird.
How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
What does she think? Because there's one more thing about the weapon. One more secret. It was taped. One of those squeaky rubber chickens on an arrow. Oh my god. I just imagine. I just imagine all the chickens being duct taped together and like whack someone with it. It's like. Also, hi Spectre. I hope your day's going super good. Bloody duct tape. Bloody duct
The
tape.
titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah, and where was the locker key, Kyoko?
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
I'm not even shooting the
Are you
words.
sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Oh
What's
my
the
God.
problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow.
It was
No,
not
it's wrong.
one arrow. It was multiple plural.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
Very damning evidence, though.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows
Like,
together.
God forbid someone throws something away in a trash can.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
Or you could just find a bow and just blow them.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Oh, and I'm cooperating, Queen.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder
I
weapon.
know. That explains how Hiro has not been the killer. Like, you know he can't get away with anything.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in
Was
the
he
dojo
the
locker,
listening?
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely
Then
have.
explain this!
How can you say that with such confidence?
The key!
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yeah, we do. The proof is in
What's
the
the matter?
pudding.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
A bundle of sticks. Synonym is strong.
You know what will
It's
happen
strong.
if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
What can it lead
the
to?
death of us all. Remember?
Death to all of us.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. How do you explain this?
I got
Although, to be fair, Can't
The one
Kyoko
thing
just
that proves
say...
Kyoko was in the dojo is...
Like, because we have the key. But can't Kyoko just say you didn't find that in my room? Like, there's no proof you found that in my room? Like, you just took that from the thing? Like, it was never in my room, my life?
Right here. The key to the dojo locker.
What if someone copied and pasted the B-movie script, like, into stream? Or in the game?
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Well, wait, hasn't she been unable to get into her room for like
That
a week?
key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Well, can't she just say she couldn't get in her room?
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are
Well,
dead
Byakuya,
set.
hold up.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just... There's one more
Has
thing
she
I need
ever
to
played
ask
dumb
you.
before?
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Protecting me!
What?
She was protecting me. Then does that mean she... There is no way that a bee should be able to fly. That is true. Their body weight is too much for their little wings. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for
That's
me.
enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait.
I'm gonna save my game real quick. She said wait and I said okay. She said wait, I said how long. What phase are we on? Phase 10. Come on, phase 10. Wait.
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
He can't tell her she's right. That hair ain't silver. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is Byakuya's... Oh. Because she couldn't get her fucking room. I think this is very obvious why he would know.
Words you just spoke. What do you mean?
What's his account? No corpse in the garden after nighttime. Must take place after that. Yashiro or the gym. Well, I don't know actually. I don't know.
Exactly what I said.
She's not the killer?
I'm not the killer.
She's not the killer. What does that mean?
You should understand that more than anyone
Is it really
here.
true?
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, girl.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what it is.
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
I'm gonna just do it with Byakuya's account and go from there, even though it says nothing
Those
about
words
the
you just
room.
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
there's proof that you is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then left.
The locker key in my own, but
Could I really have done that?
I'm gonna yell.
Those words.
I'm gonna start slowing down
Exactly
real
right. I'm
early
not the
for
killer. You should
this.
understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
there's proof that you is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and
then left the locker key in my...
Oh my god, I gotta take something.
Shoot.
Well, I don't know what I gotta take, actually. Hold on.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Well, wait.
exactly what
I'm not the killer.
Is it because it was found in the room? And maybe just be this again. Found in Kyoko's room.
You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
there's proof that you are is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then.
And left the locker key.
I'm not gonna take something and go from there.
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what
I don't know what I mean.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya.
What are you? Master would never.
There's proof that you
There
aren't the
is
culprit.
Is that what you're
proof.
saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then left the lock, but
There's.
really have done
I'm gonna
that?
just try that. There's proof.
Those words you just
spoke.
exactly what I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
I killed
You
her.
said I hid the evidence of my and then left the locker key in my own room.
Girl, I'm trying to defend you. I don't know what you did. Maybe you should
Those
just
words
die.
you
I don't know,
just
girl.
Exactly what
I'm not the killer. You should understand that
more than any.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you are. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then left.
the locker key in my own room, but
Well, it's not that.
could I really have done that?
When the body was found. I'm just gonna do when the body was found.
words you
I
just
don't
spoke.
know.
Exactly what
I
I'm
have
not
no
the-
idea.
You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master
We
would
have
never.
2
Proof
lives.
that you. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker and then left the locker key in my own.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Shoot!
There must be a contradiction there somewhere.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you are. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then left.
The locker key in my own.
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you. Is that what you're saying?
You
I'm
stated
gonna
a theory.
try
You said I hid.
The
taking
evidence
this.
and then left the locker key in my own room.
And I'm gonna try to
Could I
shoot
really
the
have done
thing.
that?
Those words you just.
Exactly what I'm not the. You
You should understand that more.
Byakuya. What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't.
Oh my god.
No, that's wrong.
There's proof! Oh my god.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then
Yeah!
obviously, I had no way of getting in.
Oh my god. I love her
Without my
room.
room key,
I'll take
couldn't
my
have
room. It's just
possibly
for
put the
my
locker key
room.
in there myself. Am I wrong?
I'm wrong.
it
Or well,
would appear
I am.
not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Yes. I'm trying to find a chapstick that actually has something in it. No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. I'm gonna press her on it. Y'all better believe. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer. I have to save the game. I'm pressing her on this lie. I'm not letting it slide. Or is there something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? A choice is to be made. This is a trap the mastermind laid for us. The mastermind's trapped. The mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko. But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I do? The mastermind's trapped. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko lie. Am I the only one who knows it's a lie? I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trapped. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here. Pursue the lie. Pursue the lie.
There's a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
What's the tea?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie,
I wasn't
then?
listening to what she said. Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. I don't know who it is. Geha! I have a question, Fando. Have you played this game before? Or consumed it in some way?
I didn't have the key to my room. Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Yes, okay, then you need to be saying a lot less of the things that you're saying. Because I've played this game before, I know all of the things to it, and you're definitely saying things that, like, a person who has not played the game before would be spoiled by, so you really need to, like, tone it down a little bit. With this, like, bad ending thing. And being like, I think it's this person, I don't think this person did it. Because if you played the game before, it's very transparent that, like, it is very spoilery.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
Yeah, I've played the game before, but this is a
So
spoiler-free
possibly have gotten into my room.
playthrough because some people in chat have not encountered the game before.
No, that's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Yeah, you did. Actually, be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which could open any lock in school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room.
Where's my
chapstick? It lets you get into any room in the school.
Chapstick?
Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
I think you hate Kyoko. I do.
What are you talking about?
I think at a certain point in time I have to be honest with myself.
I said, this was a trap. And I wasn't able to escape it.
Yeah.
So I lost.
Stupid girl.
That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay,
well,
time's
since
up.
someone in chat decided to say it was the bad end, this is the bad end, and we are going to do the other route after this in a second.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous. Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Let's
but I
vote.
guess we already
Is
know
that what
who
a
the
chicken?
blackened is, don't we?
Can I tell y'all my least favorite genre of people that watch Danganronpa streams? People who have consumed the game before, who are like, I don't think that person did it, or I'm a little suspicious of this person. Like, gee, I wonder why. Like, I wonder why you, someone who's played the game, is suspicious of this, or does not think this person did it. Like, I wonder why you're not suspicious of Kyoko. Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yeah, that was my bad. I just thought it was like, oh, lighthearted speculation at first. But then the bad end, it's like, yes. She's fucking doyen. After school lesson, what's she gonna learn? I can't believe this is my fave. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I want to see all of the cutscenes. I know, just get up and walk away, girl. You have the ability, queen. Oh my god. I know, poor queen. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
University Wi-Fi is dying. Oh no. I'm sorry, it's dying. Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space?
I know,
Don't
poor
you have a
Toko.
rebuttal for
She's
Kyoko's
also
claim?
dead. Her claim? Oh, that's right, I have to. Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Spend all your time trying to avoid danger, the risk, mystery, I have no choice. Am I wrong? You're not wrong, queen. I have to think about this very carefully. What do? I have to decide right here now. See, this is why I hate when people say, bad end! Because it's like, you literally can't end the game there. I pursue it again. I run away. No, running away isn't gonna solve anything. I'm gonna let it go. I'll let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
Well, then it would have to be Byakuya. Because he's the only one who can get to the room.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! I mean, if Byakuya's all alternative here...
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
Oh my god.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong.
You got it wrong bad.
Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
What's the hidden side?
A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the Mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
What's it gotta be?
Okay, time's up!
Oh?
Huh?
This game, I'm being pulled
Time's
all these
up.
directions.
Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Kyoko, I bet you're real happy.
It's time for voting time.
I bet you're real happy, Kyoko.
Everyone, please vote using the lever.
Now I'm gonna die.
Voting time?
Where's the one I got? I got a lot of bad grades on this one. This one was not my best. Yeah, vote for Byakuya, y'all.
Now, who will be chosen
Vote for
as the
Byakuya.
second? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Vote in times. Yeah, Celeste would have never let this happen. Me? It's me. I killed Mukuro Ikusaba. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. Am I gonna end it the same way?
Thrills, chills, kills!
Wait, why do I... Yeah, Kyoko, how do you feel right now? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Well, it's not your solution. Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Like, oof, that's too bad. Yeah, like, damn. Ooh, sucks to be you right now. Ah. The spice of it all. A little spicy. That's showbiz, kid. Wow, this feels a little bit... deja vu. I know, like, this one I feel like is not very personalized. Alter ego? Wow. Gag. I think my favorite thing about this is it implies Alter Ego just does not decide to save Kyoko. Like...
What?
Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Thank you for the bless. Yeah, because he's the lucky student. Damn it, all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Hmm.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. Skipped over Morgan by Michael's lipstick and picked Makoto's to bring back. Oh my god. Just let me let me grab this one. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it, and so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again.
Yaha!
To waste away in a garbage strawn pit in a way that even better special punishment. In a way that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I am still not satisfied. I'm also gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
Huh? In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Our life flashing before our eyes. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend at the school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Alright, throwback. Ugh. Wow, we really are doing this all again. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Ugh. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. Yeah, alter ego, a real one. See, here's my problem with the people that simp for Kyoko right now in this particular moment. She was 100% willing to throw us under the bus and let us die. That's not okay. That's not good. Like, she was just kind of like, sorry it had to be this way. Like, sucks to suck. Oops. I remember it all too well what had happened. Yeah, she was like, sorry, but I have to live. I have to uncover the secrets. Like, I get it, girl. If I were in her shoes, I would have done the same thing. But, like, are we looking over this fact here? Just in a silly, goofy mood. I want to clarify, I really don't have beef with Kyoko. I really don't. But, like, she really was just willing to let us die here. Alter ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of strength he had to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First step was to start looking for a way out of there. Well, I'm gonna start at the door. Yeah, just like, don't vote. About my beef. Oh no, I know. Oh no, I do actually have beef with her though. Like, I have a lot of beef with her just kind of as a character that, like, very clearly is meant to, like, she is meant to provide us with, like, the means of solving things. And it's just, like, when it's your 4th time consuming this game, it kind of grates on you after a while. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. It's not so much a fault of her, it's a fault of the role she has to play as the character she is. It just kind of like, for example, like, well, I don't have an example off the top of my head. But it's just kind of like, she's like, we have the evidence. right, Makoto? And it's like, I have to provide the evidence. It's like, if you have the evidence, just say it, girl. Just say what you know. Like, don't withhold information. Just say it. Don't, like, rely on me to say it. But I understand, as a game where you as the player have to do things. Like, how else are they gonna do it? But it's just like, you don't have to hold my hand, queen. I got this. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch! What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostle and form an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Well, it looks like garbage. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand toward whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. I'll give her this. I'll give her this, though.
Awful.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. It's not as if you were throwing me under the bus and accused me of murder or anything. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Only 2 pieces of bread. I know, someone threw away a perfectly fine cup of noodles. Like, give me that. Don't give me 2 pieces of bread. Give me the ramen, queen. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why do you come here to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Little does she know. Alternate timeline, she is... So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You did... No! I'm not reading this dialogue. Because, yeah, she did abandon me. Yeah, you did. You did abandon me in order to save your own life. Thank you. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. See, here's my thing. I have no problem with her, like, do what you gotta do to survive. But don't be like, I'm sorry I didn't defend. You're like, own up to it. Own up to just be like, yeah, I had to do what I had to do. Which I guess she is doing now, but that's not the point. The point is, don't, like, act all shocked when I'm suddenly put to death. Like, she's over here like, oopsies. Yeah, don't be sorry. Be fierce. Be fierce. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'm telling you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive,
in other words,
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory. That's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I like them having the scene where we fainted at the beginning to be like, remember this? This happened to you. Yeah, I don't think the school's gonna be like that, like, useful as a facility, but like, go off, do what you gotta do. You were talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plan.
Waluigi time.
Although I've been swamped, but Ilya, I see you look so fresh, so clean, but tell me why I thought that was a Danganronpa shirt, lol.
Could you imagine if this was Danganronpa merch? I would yell. I would for a joke. Could we please get some hype in chat, Troy? Thank you so much for that sub for 40 months. That is so many months, Bab. I'm sorry you're swamped with work, but I love you and I carry you. I feel like I don't look very fresh and clean, but thank you for thinking I look fresh and clean. Thank you. I hope that it's a good swamp, not a bad swamp. Tanacon, it's just my Tamagotchi. My Tanagotchi. Thank you, thank you. My hair, I'm not gonna say the last time I washed my hair. I know that's a big baby. That's a large baby. It's becoming a toddler. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to come help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see, because I'm an idiot. Just say it. I'm a stupid idiot who can't do anything. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way just an ordinary, plain Jane like me could be the mastermind.
I understand.
He's reading this for me. Yeah, I just sound really good at inspecting dead bodies.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here.
Yeah, I think the least possible is Yasuhiro, but go off.
It's to stay here.
Kyoko's like, well, least possible while still being competent. Like, honestly. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quickly, because I have to pee. I don't really have a good reason to go to the restroom, I just have to go. Hello, I'm back. Also, now that we're done with the trial, I would like to apologize again if Kyoko not being the killer was preemptively spoiled. For anyone. In my, I'm always hesitant to delete people's speculation, like, not like speculation, but kind of like light speculating on, oh, what's this, because literally if I deleted everyone's like questioning, half the messages sent would be deleted during the trials. So I'm always hesitant to like delete someone like being like, oh, this is a possibility, especially because like based on what the people in the trial were saying, like I don't think Kyoko did it either. And by the time I realized it's like, this is a person who has played this game before, it went on a little longer than I meant for it to. My bad. I should have been more on top of that. Yeah, but if I were to delete, like, because some people are just insistent with their things, like, even if they don't know, I just sometimes see people being insistent on things, so I'm just kind of like, yeah, what they're saying. I don't think Kyoko did it either. But that was on me. I should have, especially after one comment, I should have just banned them immediately. Yeah, it's very hard with Danganronpa, because it's just kind of like, I don't want people to feel like they can't say their, like, speculation within reason, you know? But I should have just deleted it from the beginning, because I also am hesitant to, like, delete things from the beginning, because it's like, if someone says something that, it's like, you know, it's like sometimes people say things that are so out of left field as a possibility, it's like there's no way that would happen, but then the next message they could send something that, like, actually happens. And it's like, if I delete one of these, you know it's not the other one, you know what I mean? Like, if I delete this... yeah, I'm just, just that, have you played the game before? Yes. Yeah, Danganronpa stan, derogatory. What about follower only mode chat? Because they were new follower when they were talking about randos and during time. I should do that. The only thing is, it's like, I don't want to punish the people who do just genuinely come into a stream and just want to engage in Danganronpa in a positive way. And that's the one thing about the follower mode, especially like with the time limit thing, is like, I don't want people to like be unable to interact if they are someone who genuinely wants to. It's something I do need to consider if it is a larger problem. I should have been more on top of it, though. It was 100% my fault. I should have definitely just been, like, more aware of it, because I do have the 4-second delay on. It was something I definitely should have looked over and, like, realized that this person had played the game before sooner. But if it's something that is an ongoing problem that is not being, like... If I'm not able to snipe things out to a very good extent, I will put on the follower mode. But I just don't think it's something that we need as of right now. Just because, like, we've made it many hours, we've made it to chapter 4 without there being a big enough problem. So I feel like I shouldn't have to do the follower thing for a little bit. But yeah, luckily it was pretty contained to this trial, so, like, it was all there. Plus I felt like, I feel like I had said before, like, we're gonna get to a choice that's going to get to things, and I was, like, saving my game a lot. So it's like, if there's a choice presented to us, or we could pick something. But yeah, I hope that no one was spoiled too much, but luckily it was just something that, like, immediately happens, at least, but I should have been, more on top of getting rid of it when they started speculating, even if, like, I thought it was lighthearted. The bad ending, it's not even an ending! Like, it's literally just kind of like a, can't have that happen, back to reality. Yeah, like I mentioned a point where it's like it splits up, because like that's another thing that's like, I'm gonna cut this all out whenever I upload it to YouTube, so it's fine. But like, Danganronpa's a linear story. And if it's like, cause that's like the bit, like, but I just get, another issue I have with Danganronpa fans and Twitch is Danganronpa fans just have to know more than you. Like, not every single person, but like, if there's a Danganronpa fan, they just have to tell you. It's like, oh, I bet you didn't know this. And it's like, did you know there's multiple endings? It's just kind of like, we'll know when we get there. Like, when the multiple endings are presented to us, we'll do it. Like, there's nothing new and fresh with Danganronpa fans. They want nothing to be new and fresh for you as a person consuming it. Yeah, me when I'm a bad ending. Me being a bad ending. Yeah, like, we had just talked about it, like, oh my god. I will say, do you find it funny that immediately after being called out, they said they left? I was checking the viewer list, and they were gone. Yeah, maybe the bad ending was the stanza bit along the way. Period. I agree. I noticed that. I'm just kind of like, wow, real quiet. No, I'm sorry. Oh, there's James the killer is. It is. No, literally 100%. And it's just so annoying. Like, it's always like, they always do it like, I think it could be that person, or I think it's not, like, you know who it is. Like, don't play the speculation game. Just shut up. Like, I just don't understand, because it's like, it's not that hard. Like, if I tell someone I've played the game before, I'm just going to assume that they know, like, if I go to a Danganronpa stream, and I'm like, oh, I played this game before, which I wouldn't do, that's so fucking weird, but, like, I just wouldn't say anything. Like, I would just be like, oh my god, whenever anything happens, like, I don't know, they just want to look smart, like, if you, like, I don't assume, people love to assume I'm an idiot for existing, but I just don't assume people are, like, stupid immediately, you know what I mean? Like, if someone tells me they consumed media, I'm just gonna, like, assume they consumed it, and know it, you know? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, did you know that originally this was gonna happen? Like, who cares if I did or didn't? Yeah, they really think they're curating my experience. Yeah, it's like, I played the game before. Like, I know Kyoko's not the killer. Like, I just want it to be said. Every time I ever say anything, like, in a trial where I'm like, Kyoko, I'm just doing it to, like, live life. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, wow, Kyoko, like, I know she didn't do it, but, like, you know, I'm just here to have a good time and vibe. Like, let me have my little ooh. Yeah, I have my Nagito Komaeda and my Kokichi figures on the way. I have a Monokuma plush, but it's really far away. I'd have to get up and grab it. But yeah. That's, what else do I have any other Danganronpa rants before I get back into the thing? Yeah, just no one's gonna be like, I don't think Kyoko did it. No one's gonna be like, wow, oh my god, you saw the signs that were obviously being presented to us the entire time during the trial. Like, oh my god, like, it's just so ridiculous. Because it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and be impressed at you having deduction skills. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be impressed at, like, coming to the obvious conclusion. Like, it's like the people in Trial 1 who, like, obviously played the game who are like, I think Leon did it. Like, no shit, Leon did it. Like, who else would have done it? Like, oh my god. What happens if I try to be extremely jokingly off or act like I really don't know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, if I were to watch a Danganronpa stream, I would just, like, yeah, like, exactly. If I saw a dead body, I'd be like, oh my god, they're dead. Like, sometimes silence is the answer. And I appreciate, like, I love the gimmick. Yeah, what? Oh my god, like, Toko's also a serial killer? Yeah, it's just genuinely fun pretending like you don't know what's going on. Like, I think it's hilarious. Toko's, I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil. She's a serial killer. Yeah, we're here for the melodrama by Lord on iTunes of it all. But yeah, people just need to react to what's currently going on. Yeah. Because it's just kind of like, it's so easy for things to be spoiled. Okay, let me talk to her. That was my rant. Thank you. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. See, I'm shocked no one spoiled this. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Hi, Anne. I know she's a detective. Oh my god. I feel like there have been no, I hope I've never guessed. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, she touches dead bodies. Okay, that makes sense. You had to find someone. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What? Hi, Hunter. I hope your day's going good. So I don't know what's going on, but I like the vibes. I was accused of murder. I did not murder. Now me and her are in a dump because I narrowly avoided being executed. And she is revealing to me all of her deepest, darkest secrets that she had lost due to memory loss. Maybe I am a Danganronpa. Maybe I do kind of stan. I was Ultimate Mortician. Wouldn't that have been fun if she was Ultimate Mortician? And not the Darth Vader. Not the no, I am your father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Ultra Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. She's smashing the slay button today. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorm using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found that in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. The way she fully remembers that she worked with dead bodies in crime scenes but couldn't put the pieces together. She was a detective immediately. Like, what do you think you're doing? Yeah, like, if you don't, like, I understand she didn't remember, but, like, I feel like she could have faked it until she made it, you know? Like, I feel like when Byakuya was like, you never told us what your ultimate was, I feel like she could just be like, detective. You know what I mean? Like, she could have figured something out there. Like, she could have done some quick thinking and been like, oh, ultimate detective, sorry. I just didn't want y'all to be suspicious, you know? Like, play it off. But yeah, like, I feel like 2 trials in, I would have been like, dang, I'm good at this. Like, if this weren't my ultimate before, it's my ultimate now. Oh, the profile and key was also found in the room. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that was when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So we went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. An ultimate hair color changer? A detective. Could not put together. She was a detective. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. Well, let's get out of here! I fell asleep, who's guilty? We got punished for it, but we didn't do it. But Alter Ego saved us during the punishment time, so we did not die. We just fell into the dump, and Kyoko came to save us. Kyoko did not do it either. Kyoko didn't do it either. Yeah, because okay, so during the trial, you can get Kyoko to go through the punishment, but Kyoko also did not do it. But we also did not do it. So is the other route just choosing Makoto in the first place? The other route is, pushing her for information. Because she has, like, a definite lie, and you just have to be like, but you could get into your room. Versus us being like, we'll let the lie slide. But neither of us died. Yeah, now we're Glamazon, bitch. Ready for the runway. I better talk to Kyoko. I've talked to her so much.
However...
Of course, oh yeah, no cameras and monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba.
However...
Yes, we did do the alternate ending. We did see it. So if anyone goes back to the VOD, I will highlight this entire VOD to have on Twitch. And on YouTube, but I will probably cut the YouTube VOD a little bit in places. But if in the Twitch VOD, like, I will have, the alternate ending. We did do it, yeah. Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. And in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you're free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. It could have been me. I could have been the victim.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What?! I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. That is such a non-way to hold a knife. That is, I know, like, how much killing are you gonna do like that? Like, who do you think you're gonna kill? I can't, can I replicate it? Hold on. Danganronpa knife. Hold on. Do they have the scene for replication? No. Yes. Okay. Pretend this is the sharp part. Like, how are you gonna kill someone? Like, doesn't make sense. Yes, Mukuro is dead. It is Mukuro's dead body. So close to your body. Like that. Yeah, like you're gonna kill yourself with that knife. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
Also, this, oh, I'm glad they showed it again. This sharp, like, the serrated edge is, like, towards the person. Like, if they bump into something, they're stabbing themselves. I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. Also, why are they not reaching out to me with a knife hand? Like, wouldn't they, like, if I'm about to stab someone, I'm not gonna grab them. Well, first of all, I would not hold the knife like this and be reaching out. I would be holding the knife outward, like, poke, 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 poke. You know, sorry, this is a lighter. I don't have a knife on hand. Yeah, and why, I just feel like you would not, like, if I'm holding this knife to me, I'm dead. Like, yeah, look at a reference image here. Yeah, maybe if only we're overheating, wearing a head-to-toe hoodie and blazer on top. That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever that masked assailant was. They ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. I mean, the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you, because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
it means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. You're trying to tell me two people can have the same ultimate? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. The ultimate despairs? Plural? It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. The ultimate D's nuts. The end. We're still gonna do a bit more. We're gonna do a little tiny bit more.